Welcome everyone, I'm DarkHour717, and this past weekend, myself along with Flex4218 from Amarok's Fang had the opportunity to participate in a fun and exciting event, the Atmo Esports Hurston Hurtlocker. Before we get into all of the details, do not forget to hit that like and subscribe button. I greatly appreciate it, and it helps get the videos out to more people. To all of you that have already subscribed, I say thank you. Make sure to stick around till the end of the video though to find out 2 ways in which you can enter to win one of the upcoming ships from the 2952 IAE. The Hurston Hurtlocker is one of many events ran by a group called Atmo Esports, and this is the go-to group for community events within the Star Citizen universe. Operating not only the Hurston Hurtlocker, they also hold the Stanton 7, Fighter Flight, as well as their most popular event, the Daymar Rally. The Daymar Rally becoming such a well-loved event that has been integrated into the lore of Star Citizen. To be upfront, Atmo Esports is a company separate from CIG, and because of a love for Star Citizen, uses the environment for a basis of their events and is not a direct affiliate of Cloud Imperium Games. The events that they hold run the entire gambit of gameplay in Star Citizen, with Fighter Flight focused on aerial ship-to-ship PvP, the Stanton 7, concentrating on a thrilling circuit-style racing series, the Daymar Rally being a massive cross-moon rally race involving 3 separate vehicle categories, and of course the Hurston Hurtlocker, which is a large-scale battle royale that involves vehicles, but eventually moves to on-foot battle in a crater out on Magda. This is the latest event that we were able to participate in, joined by 22 other combatants. The action was amazing, and the event was fun from the start to the finish. The Hurston Hurtlocker was split into 4 categories: the Civilian Solo, the Civilian Duo, in which these 2 categories allowed the use of the Dragonfly, Cyclones, or the Ursa Rover. Then there is the Military Solo and the Military Duo category, which allows use of the larger vehicles such as the Nova Tank and the Centurion. The Solo categories was a free-for-all battle to the last combatant standing, and the duo category of course meant having a teammate that could work in coordination with you as a gunner or other support role, but can actually start out on foot. And in all categories there is no limit on what weapons can be used, including sniper rifles, grenade launchers, and railguns. Myself and Flex4218 had entered, and with the new higher player caps we were able to participate in all 4 categories. The event started with a grouping at HDMS Perlman, where we all set our medical spawn aboard a quantum jump medical Carrack. This would ensure that if killed, we could arrive right back at the moon station to get ready for the next match. We loaded up for the first match, which would be the Civilian Solo, and drove our Dragonflies onto the transport Hercules C2 that would take us out to the battle area in the crater on Magda. The crater itself was approximately 1,500 meters across for the military competitions, but for the civilian category, we would be utilizing a smaller internal crater which was only 390 meters across. After loading, a flyby to open the event of all 10 Hercules C2 was performed en route to the crater against the gorgeous blue glow of the Magda sunrise. When we arrived at the crater, the day's festivities soon got underway. We set up and got the match started with lining all the combatants around the rim of the smaller crater. 24 people in total, all ready to drop in and try to achieve the ultimate goal of killing everyone else. At the sound of go, we all dropped in. The match goes quickly once you're in, and trying to maneuver around avoiding crashing into other vehicles while trying to focus shots on the target ahead of you. The first match would not last long for me, only about 33 seconds, as I crashed head on into another Dragonfly. This in turn ended up making me the first combatant out of the battle. Flex managed much better, having been taken out 15th, and the Civilian Solo battle came down to a battle between Mega Ohms and Atlas, with the final shot being taken to gain the win by Mega Ohms after a tense standoff. This then brought us to the Civilian Duo match, in which Flex4218 and myself chose to man an Ursa Rover, and after resuiting up at Perlman, we began transport back to the civilian crater, where we lined around the rim again. Noticing that we were flanked on the left and right side by more than one person with a railgun on foot, we tried to formulate a plan to protect ourselves. We were hoping that upon dropping into the crater, we'd be able to take out the railgunners before they could get a shot off on us. We did unfortunately forget one of the key rules of the competition, in which combatants are not open to targeting until after they've dropped into the crater. The countdown was done, and as we launched off the rim, Flex4218, per our plan, turned the turret and opened fire on the rail gunners back behind us at the top of the rim before he was actually officially in play. This act, of course, was not intentional and was due to our misunderstanding, but did result in our team being disqualified. And as it should. We only have ourselves at fault for that one. Though we did not learn of the disqualification until after the match, we actually did better, having circled the arena multiple times, Flex 4218 manning the turret and me driving while transferring the power from shields to guns. This continued until the turret failed, at which point the decision was made to bail out and go at it on foot. Taking position behind a boulder, we worked on using the railguns to take out targets while Dragonfly focused on us and began circling. After several passes, the Dragonfly incapacitated Flex, and while trying to heal him, it came back around to take me out as well. This was a blast, but unfortunately due to the error we made at the start of the match, we would not place. The duo civilian battle would come down to Timoriz and Downfall battling it out as the final two combatants, with Timoriz winning it for Team BIMS Incorporated. After the civilian matches, it was time for the military competition, and this we opted to use the Nova Tonk for both the solo and the duo matches. After we picked up and delivered the Tonks out to the military crater, we waited to get the match underway. The military crater being vastly larger than the civilian one would give the Tonks room to run, though it did make it difficult to spot opponents across the arena 1,500 meters away. Though when you could, the benefit of the Tonk is its main gun can hit from that distance if the shot is properly led in front of the target. As the countdown concluded, I dropped in and immediately started looking for targets. After righting myself from an unfortunate roll though, with some initial gun issues where it would not fire, I got that resolved and entered battle. Taking out a couple of tanks myself, Flex unfortunately did get taken out early, being the fourth person out. I surprisingly did last longer. After 21 shots though, the gun on my Tonk malfunctioned permanently, again getting stuck in the alignment state, and as I was close by another tank, turning to run to try to fix the gun power cycling weapons, as well as the Tonk itself, nothing brought the gun back. At first this was questioned by Atmo Esports, but after looking at the stream they realized the gun was broken, as by the rules, if you're close enough to another combatant, you are required to engage to avoid any collusion. After determining there was no fixing the gun, I departed in a safe position and departed on foot. Using the railgun as I crossed the crater looking for other targets while maintaining cover, I found the other players and opened fire. Eventually making my way up to the top of an inner crater and following it around, taking out a down tank below in case anybody was hiding in it. I came across Prushbringer, who was on foot as well, and as we drew on each other with rifles, we ended up taking each other out and leaving me in fourth place, which I'm extremely happy with, and I'll take that as it's much better than I anticipated finish. The military solo would carry on for some time until finally it came down to Atlas versus official Nino. Nino, after much searching and commandeering another tank, would be taken down by Atlas from a sniper shot for the win. Going into the final match, Flex and myself would be in the same Tonk, and while trying to find a good launching point, other Tonks did take position close by, even though there was a massive amount of room around the crater. So we attempted to reposition. Once the match started, we dropped in and immediately made way into the direction of the tanks that we knew were to our right. With the turret almost immediately malfunctioning, we took 2 quick shots, and when trying to find a divot in the crater floor that we could safely bail from the tank, we received a final killing blow, ending our run in the duo match. The duo military carried on with many exciting moments, coming down to 6 squad consisting of Blasphemous and Southern Belle from Hell against Team Skyer with Neojet and Salem Frost. After dipping into a smaller crater, 6 squad was able to take Team Skyer down to take the win of the final match. This brought to a close the day's events and the 2952 Hurston Hurtlocker, in what will hopefully be many for Amarok's Fang. This truly was an amazing experience, and I want to extend my utmost gratitude and thanks to the team at Atmo Esports for the professionalism and excellent planning of this event. As with all their events, this was well organized, scheduled, and moderated, and is an experience I highly encourage anyone interested in these type of gameplay to register for and get involved with. So thank you to Corsair, Crucian, and Zool, and Meyer, and all the staff with Atmo Esports, and we look forward to working with you again at the Daymar Rally. And remember, the Daymar Rally is on January 21st, and registration is open until December 10th. I'll have a link in the description for anyone interested in entering a 4-man team for one of the 3 categories. I'll also have a link to the video of the replay of our performance in Daymar Rally last year for those interested in checking out what it's all about. I hope you enjoyed this recap of the Hurston Hurtlocker, and don't forget to get your entries in for both of our giveaways for the month of November. We have a YouTube exclusive giveaway on our community page as we're looking for a name for our new mascot. Just reply to the community post with your best name for him and make sure you're subscribed to be entered. You can also get entered into our monthly giveaway by subscribing and leaving a comment on any video. Both prizes will be drawn on December 1st and will be one of the new ships from IAE. As it is unknown what we'll see, I'll announce the actual prize once we discover what straight to flyable or new concepts are announced. I am really hoping for a medical Pisces myself. Also, if you want to help support the channel, check out the merch store, which has all new items with the new mascot and logo on it, or hit the join button above to become a member and catch the stream every Thursday here on YouTube at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, or over on Twitch on Tuesdays and Sundays at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. I want to say thank you again for joining me for this recap, and we will catch you in the verse.